Spirit of Adventure, tomorrow on ABC Sports.
Al Michaels, Dave Johnson, some particulars and some strategy now with 17 horses, each carrying 126 pounds, each going a mile and a quarter. Long straightaway, as Bill Shoemaker, of course, knows all too well. How do you see this race being run, particularly at the outset, Dave?
Al, first of all, we all have the same information in front of us, the same data, the past performances. What we mix in is a little bit of ourselves, and that becomes the handicapping. Here's the way I look at it. There are two definite speedballs in here. Capote, the only way that he'll win is to go out there and never look back. And Masterful Advocate, who proved he was on top of his game with a quick workout on Thursday. Now, from the middle layer of horses, we have Demons Be Gone. He's drawn well. He has enough speed to get the tactical advantage. Crypto Clearance, unfortunately, who drew the rail, is going to have to drop back. The fun part of the race is going to be to watch the stretch drive for the first time. See what Cardero does. He's on Capote. See if he goes out there in a suicide pace against Masterful Advocate and Lafitte Pincay Jr. So it'll be an interesting first quarter mile. Everything in the rest of the race might depend on that.
Here's the favorite at 2-1 now. People disparage him, say that he was in Arkansas, hasn't beaten anybody. How good is this horse in your estimation?
Well, he's very good, but he'll have to make a believer out of me. Good news and bad news. The bad news is that everything from Oaklawn has come up here from their big stakes races and been beaten. The good news is that Pat Day, who could have taken his pick of 8 horses in here, has decided to ride Demons Be Gone.
And Pat Day has already won 3 races today. Speaking of jockeys, Candy's Gold is ridden by Sandy Hawley, and that's some story.
He has had a tough year. 6 months after his 5,000th career victory, doctors told him he had a melanoma on his back. He battled the cancer, had 2 surgeries, 32 lymph glands removed. He deserves a blanket of roses himself.
I've heard some insiders, some people who know a lot about horse racing, whispering the name of Chocolate One, number 8, but he's 45-1. Why are they whispering this?
They shouldn't be whispering. They should be shouting this value. He was 2nd in the Gotham and 3rd in the Wood Memorial, closing strongly in both. Don't be surprised to see those bright blue blinkers flying through the stretch with young jockey Richard Migliore aboard.
Then there's more part of the Lucas entry. Racetrack Lore has him named after owner Tom Gentry's divorce suit.
Well, I don't know about that, but I know that he's a powerful part of the Lucas entry, and Herb McCauley, who is celebrating his 30th birthday this afternoon, would certainly like to be aboard at the finish.
Then there's Bet Twice, who looked so good until his last outing.
Yeah, that was a big question mark. He was odds-on in the Florida Derby. Trainer Jimmy Kroll told me he thought he'd gallop that day. Craig Perrette thought he would too, but he didn't fire. His ears were back. He just wasn't himself. The next day he was, though, and he's trained real nice for today's race.
And a great story. Masterful Advocate. Joe Manzi, the trainer, bid $4,500 for him. Somebody bid $5,000. Manzi waved the auctioneer off. The auctioneer said $5,500. Manzi said, no, no, no. Then he went out and he looked at the horse and he said, I guess I'll pay $5,500. Sold half to Dave Leviton, and right now he has a good chance. I think he's one of the horses to beat today. Leo Castelli is another horse getting good backing as part of an entry.
Interesting story about the name. Peter Brandt, international art collector, is the owner, and he asked his friend Leo Castelli, a gallery owner in New York, if he could name one after him. The owner obliged, and here is Leo Castelli, the horse, running for Peter Brandt and Leroy Jolly.
Very shortly, they'll be coming onto the track for the Kentucky Derby.
The stars are gonna twinkle and shine. How they'll shine this evening.